back, everyone. Welcome back. Take your healing potions. We're getting people healed up today. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Take it with you for the day. You might need some just regular water for the day to stay healed up today. And if you need that too, we got that too. So how's it going? We're just doing a little bit of philanthropy work here in UOR. I don't want to make the "It's Always Sunny" joke because it's pretty pretty dicey. But if you watch "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia," you know what I'm talking about. I'm a philanthropist. You know, the children, the blind, old people. Whoever needs some philanthropy work, right? We're just giving away some free spell books in Ultima Online here. Making sure everyone can become a wizard like Harry Potter once was, or is. I don't know. Is he still kicking? I don't know if Harry Potter is like a current thing or if that's a past thing. What was the time frame for that movie? So what's up, everyone? How's it going today? Having lots of fun, as always. Enjoying the day. It's kind of a crummy wet day out today. Hey computer, what's the temperature today?
Right now, it's 0 degrees Celsius. Today, expect a high of 3 degrees. I hope you have a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty crummy, but whatever. We'll probably be chilling inside most of the day, taking it easy. Enjoying our time with the little guy. He's finally home, so that'll be lots of fun today. Right now, like I said, we're just trying to give away some spell books, you know, helping out some new people. We did a video yesterday just kind of covering some of the new player content and stuff like that. You know, some easy tips and tricks to kind of build up a character. You know, different fun things like that, right? Haha, ZJ, how's it going today? We're just trying to give away some spell books today. We're just giving away some spell books here in town. How are you today? How is your morning going? Hopefully well. That's weird. So what are you up to today, ZJ? Anything exciting and new? That's really weird. My Facebook stream didn't seem to work today. It's kind of weird. Oh, just getting ready for work yourself. Hey, I have to admit, I wish I was. In Ontario here, it's getting pretty tricky to find work at times. I've been looking for a while and, I mean, can't really seem to find much, but oh well, hopefully once the world starts to turn again properly, everything picks up again and I'm about to find something decent. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? Or do you get to work from home? Are you one of those lucky people that get to work from home? That'd be a lot of fun. Well, I mean, at times it would be a lot of fun, right? It can be really stressful too, because I know a lot of parents that are going through different things in terms of like childcare and stuff like that. E-learning and everything I know can be very challenging. So, you know, don't get me wrong, it's not all fun and games. I definitely sympathize with anyone that does have to work from home and stuff like that. Oh, you do get to work from home mostly, but you have to go in today. Oh, that's not too bad. So you probably have like if you're an IT guy, you probably have a beastly system at home too then. I was lucky enough at the beginning of November. I had sold off some remote control car stuff and things like that, and had some kind of extra like hobby money laying around. So I was lucky enough that I was able to build myself a new system at the beginning of November, which, as you know, was a good time because that's when the new Zen 3 chips dropped, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on a 5600X. It took me 5+ hours of camping out in Canadian November to do that, and to achieve that. But whatever, I can say I'm part of the club now, right? Oh, that's the thing too, right? I'm lucky enough. My girlfriend's son is just about to turn 4 this summer. So he isn't in e-learning himself yet. But, with everything the way it's going, hey, by the time he is in school, it might be time for e-learning for him. But I do have a nephew, and I've sat in on some of his classes throughout the day and stuff like that. I was helping take care of him for a while in the stream shed, and I got to sit in on some of his e-learning classes, and boy, oh boy, I definitely sympathize with what the teachers have to go through, the students have to go through, the parents have to go through. I mean, it's just, it's all around work, from beginning to end. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, right? Even what I try and do is myself, like I'm not really like, a full-blown IT guy, but I'm pretty techie, right? I mean, I build computers, I work on computers, I can do all that kind of stuff myself. So what I've even started doing was just kind of offering tips and tricks to parents, trying to help them out with different computer problems, maybe fixing old laptops for them for relatively cheap to get them running on, a new computer that they can at least get their kids, on e-learning. So maybe the kids can run on a laptop and they can still do, their home office from their computer or whatnot. Different things like that, right? Pretty much anything to really help out the community and stuff, as best I can, really. If I'm not going to be working, I might as well, keep the rock rolling, right? I don't want to start collecting moss. Yeah, it seems like everyone has a book now. I've been doing this for a little while. So everyone seems to have a book at the bank that needed one for now. So I might start doing some treasure maps pretty shortly here. I just wanted to do this really quick. This was my philanthropy work for the morning before I set off for my treasure maps. Well, that's the other part too, right? It's kind of funny that way because I think people and their knowledge about computers is so keyholed, right? People are so used to using the apps, the tech, the computers they were using before. So everything was very narrow-minded in terms of, what I need to be able to do or be capable of online, right? Which was essentially, let's be honest, check email, stream television shows, and for the light people, some people would play video games or whatnot, right? But then when you start getting into Zoom meetings, when you start getting into children accessing different programs themselves, accessing different parts of Microsoft Office and stuff like that, forget about it, right? It's a completely different world, working with computers and knowing about computers than just kind of like playing around with computers, right? Logging onto Facebook every day, notifications pop up, you click on your notification, you check your messages, and then you close it back down, kind of thing, right? So it's interesting to see, you're right, how quick everyone was to almost turn on technology. Like, what am I doing? Like, I can't figure out how to mute myself in a Zoom meeting while I go to the washroom, kind of thing, right? But I mean, like I said, you do what you can, you have some fun with it and stuff like that and everything, right, ZJ? And I mean, I'm sure it's the same thing with you too, right? I mean, you do what small things you can for people and stuff, right? Hope I didn't miss anyone over here. That's one thing. I've got 3 screens all running all running different like macros, just spamming out if you need a spell book to come talk to me. But I've been standing over here, so someone might have gone to talk to my other two characters and I didn't even notice. Oh well. So if you don't mind me asking, what kind of computer do you have then? Do you have some beastly computer at home, or do you not really need it? I guess at the same time too, like if you're just doing like troubleshooting over the computer. Because that's the thing too. It's funny. It's one of those. It can almost be one of those mindsets where it's like people are always saying, oh, you know, buy a mechanic's car. You know, they'll fix it and everything like that. But the actual truth of the matter is, don't buy a mechanic's car, right? Because they know what they have to fix, what they don't have to fix, and a lot of times their cars are just kind of like pieced back together to keep it cheap because they know that they're all money pits anyways, right? But yeah, it is, you know, eye-opening at times to see how lost a lot of people are with the tech that they even work with. You know, like as soon as something doesn't work in a very, you know, minor way, you know, all of a sudden it's, you know, well, it's garbage. The other thing too is the throwaway mentality too, right? Oh, well, it's garbage, let's get a new one. Because I have a lot of people too that will, you know, message me on Facebook and stuff like that and say like, oh, I'm looking at a new laptop and stuff to replace this laptop. And their old laptop's only 5 years old, and I'm like, well, what are you using your new laptop for? Oh, well, you know, check emails, to go on Facebook, like, you know, the regulars like I just listed. And it's like, well, even your old 5-year-old laptop's totally capable of what you just listed it for. In most cases, even just slam a new, you know, solid state in it if it's running an old spin drive, right? And have almost a new feeling computer with your new solid state in it, right? Oh no, that makes sense, man. That's fair enough. Like I was lucky enough to get the new CPU, and I built kind of the computer around that. But I don't have like a big, huge, beefy GPU or anything in mind. Don't get me wrong, it's decent. It's the 1660S,
Sorry,
which is.
I'm not sure about that.
Shut up, Shelly. So it's more than enough to push anything I'm asking it to push, but it's not like I'm running any of the new 30 series GPUs or 6000 series GPUs from AMD, right? Those are the big beefy boys on the block. Anyone need a spell book? Come on, folks. I'm trying to do my philanthropy work for the day here. Come on. Take advantage of it. Even if you need one for a different character. I'm cool with that. Oh, and that's the thing too, right, ZJ? Like, swapping out an old hard drive for a new solid state. And for one, it's relatively easy to do, very cost effective, unless you want to go really, really big with the hard drive. But in most cases, a 500 gigabyte solid state for a laptop is more than enough, right? And you're talking about sub $100 for the for the solid state itself, for the installation, everything like that, which is much cheaper than buying a new laptop, which is almost going to be wasted, really, right? Does this person need a book? You need a book, mate? You need a free spell book? Take a free spell book. Grab a spell book while you're here. Yeah, I was gonna say, ask for a few if you want. Yeah, really. Do you want a couple? Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Here, 1 second here. I'll bring over one of my other characters that isn't like my active going character right now. And that way he can have another one too. Yeah, you're gonna have alternate characters, right? You'll have more than one character. Doing our philanthropy work for the day. But yeah, swapping out the old spin drives for a solid state, I mean, it's a game changer, right? Both in terms of, I mean, even in terms of reliability, because a lot of people in a lot of cases have even said like, oh, my laptop just doesn't work anymore. It's garbage, blah, blah, blah. In a lot of cases, people don't realize that like the old spin drive is literally almost like a little record player, right? So, I mean, you drop your laptop 9 times out of 10, it's probably just broken a hard drive, or, you know, your disk in there has become, you know, like proper terminology, I don't know, broken or whatever, right? But replace it with a new solid state, and 9 times out of 10, I found that most people's laptops work again too, right? And it's always laptops too, right? Because laptops are so, you know, finicky. They're mobile. You generally give them to your kids to just, you know, take wherever and stuff like that. They're forever being dropped and kicked around and stuff. So in a lot of cases, you know, the laptop's one of your first computer components to break. Just switching up my gear here, making my character look a bit different. I prefer the bright look myself, especially for this character, because I love money. I love gold. Actually, I don't really care about gold in this game anymore. I just give stuff away for free all the time. But yeah, for anyone even at home and stuff like that, like tuning in and stuff, if you have an older laptop, again, 9 times out of 10, you know, if it's broken or you think it's broken, it's probably just the hard drive. So, you know, take it to a repair shop, get them to check the hard drive, or even if you know how to do it yourself, just swap it out with one you know that works, and, you know, boot up the system. If it starts working again, you're off to the races, right? Replace it with one that's new, that works, and your laptop's fresh again, right? And like we were saying, if you've got an old spin drive, replace it with a new solid state, and it's almost going to feel like a new laptop. I did that for my girlfriend on one of my older laptops, and I mean, it runs mint now. Enough for anything that she needs it for, right? And more. So, and it's what? Going on probably almost 8 or 9 years old now, right? So, all right, I think we're probably done with giving away the books here for now, or at least with the spamming of giving away the books. No one seems to be taking advantage of it anymore. By all means, if anyone needs one, who's viewing, who's new to UOR, and wants one, just come up to a member of SI at the bank or anything like that, the spiritually initiated, and we will certainly give you one. I love giving stuff away for free. and I'm not joking, I actually do. Like, I quite enjoy it. Because I know myself, when I started here, I was given a very good little nest egg myself, and was fortunate enough to be able to help people out with that so far. So by all means, you know, come in, you know, drop your handle at the bank or whatever, and I'll get you taken care of, get you all set up. Even if you need, maybe you don't need a spell book or something like that, maybe you need a weapon or something, by all means, I'll give you a weapon, you know, get you going on whatever you need, right? But on that note, what we're gonna do here is, might as well do one real quick, right? Let's pop a treasure map real quick here. We'll kind of do it in between. Our philanthropy work here. So we'll do like a map. We'll do a map. We'll do some spamming. We'll kind of do a little bit of everything at once. So what other games do you play, ZJ? Or is Ultima Online like one of your main go-to games? I know this is like a really big favorite for a lot of IT guys because you can just kind of casually play it in the background, which is really funny. I think that's really neat because it, in a lot of ways, you just macro up your character, whatnot in the background, and everything like that, right? I like to summon a demon just to kill off the existing spawn. I don't like to leave like all the little like skeletons and stuff around and everything like that. So I always try and take care of them. We're just doing some casual level 1s here as we're apparently still spamming our macro here. Still spamming if people need spell books. I'll check in on my other screens every once in a while here just to make sure that no one's talking to my characters and stuff like that. Oh, does this person need one? Does this person need one? They look like they need a full spell book. Ollivander needs a spell book. Become a wizard. Be a wizard, Ollivander. It's awesome. Alright. He'll kill everything off here. Yeah, so just for point of reference, for anyone that's wondering, this is Ultima Online Renaissance. This is a free-to-play, free-to-download server. Really super cool period piece server. It is pre-Tremel and everything like that. So it's the old school mac and cheese that you remember. We've got factions, some custom content. It's very true to form in terms of the time age and stuff like that. But there are some custom dungeons, some custom content in terms of seasonal content and stuff like that. And there is also some really cool faction changes that just went through. And like old school faction stuff too. Town control, sigil stealing, stuff like that, right? So it's pretty cool that way. I'm always hoping that I'm going to get a plat coin from one of these low levels. That'd be really cool. I'm hoping always too to get like a level 7 map from a level 1 map. That'd be pretty sweet. All right. Just doing some low B level maps, just for something to do while I'm kind of sitting in town here with my characters spamming stuff. Because like I said, I'll kind of check them every so often to see if anyone's trying to talk to them. How was everyone's weekend? What's everyone up to today? If you haven't noticed, I'm keeping it festive in the stream shed today here, folks. Oh, I had a little bit of Canadian pop out there, eh? She wanted to pop out there. We're keeping it festive in the stream shed today. If you haven't noticed, we've got our green theme going on. Happy, merry, joy day today. Hope everyone's enjoying it. Oh, the Sinister. I'm Sinister too. I love that title. The Sinister Straith. Like I've said, I almost want to like lock my karma in both ways and my fame so I don't move away from Sinister no matter like what I kill, no matter what I do. I know I can't lock it from going down, unfortunately, but I wish I could. I just really like that title combination. The Sinister Straith. Sounds so badass. Oh, we got some baddies here. We got some baddies. All right. Oh, standing on top of it. And as I was saying earlier, if anyone needs a free spellbook, just come talk to me in town here. You might have to stand here for a couple of seconds just as I'm kind of doing other things on other screens and stuff like that. by all means, come talk to me, grab a full spell book. Even as DJ was joking, even if you want a couple or need a couple, you know, come grab one from me. I got no problem if you want to grab a few from me. I got enough spell books to go around. Guess there was a little bit of drama recently in terms of the vendor, so they like covered up the vendor or something weird like that. So now I'm just buying pretty much kind of some books from the vendor just to make sure that people know that they're available and can get them from me for free. So what's everyone's favorite template to play on Ultima Online? Does anyone else play a treasure hunter? I was always a big fan of the treasure hunters in these games. Kill that gorilla. Yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for my plat coin from like a Lobi like creature. I'll be pretty excited when I find my first plat coin from like a Mongbat or say like a zombie or something like that. What's that, like chance 1 in 1 billion to find one? Oh, Eeks, you play a treasure hunter? Really? That's one of my buddies from my guild. I made a like a new player video yesterday, Eeks. Just kind of explaining like Oklo Island and stuff like that. I gotta like edit it out and everything and make it proper and everything. Probably add some more content to it. The other thing too is it's really tricky because I can't. I no longer have young status, right? So it's kind of weird showing a video trying to explain certain things that don't really work for my character. Like for an example, I was trying to show them, like I showed them where the cotton fields were. But I mean, it's not like I can actually pick the cotton because I don't have any more like young characters. So there were certain things I just couldn't do in the video that I really wanted to showcase and stuff like that. Also too, going into the, it was funny because I used a new character that wasn't young, and I went into the Oklo dungeon, and I kind of forgot like how like vicious the dungeon is if you're not actually a young person, because everything's just aggroing you, right? So I'm trying to like run around to different areas, and it's like, holy cripes, like just leave me alone for a second. We ended up running out and going to the pirate spawn and just casting blade spirits with 55 magery and just being cheap with the blade spirits out there taking out pirates. We made like what, 3 or 4K in the matter of like 2 hours on like a brand new character, which was pretty good. Like that was pretty eye-opening on how relatively easy it is to make money on a new character, right? Start the character with magery, start casting blade spirits on things that can't dispel, and have fun. Right? And then even I bought up Provoke and stuff like that. I forgot to train it up and stuff like that overnight. Because I almost want to keep the character like as like almost a naturalist character, just for kind of like highlighting like new player content and everything like that. Oh, and I don't know if you caught it too. I don't think any of the guild members are around for it, but there was the hard mode hunts on Sunday night. Man, I recorded the whole hard mode hunts and everything, but I've got to release it on YouTube or something because that was so much fun. Essentially, we started in PS Town, which is just outside of Scarab Ray. Okay, so just for point of reference too, hard mode hunts, for anyone that doesn't know, is you can use an established character, but you don't get any established gear or anything. You start the hard mode hunt with literally like an empty pack, but they give you a starter pack, which for a swordsman comes with like a butcher knife, 5 refresh potions, and some bandages, and that's it. And then you get gated into like a dungeon, and you have to start fighting your way out of the dungeon, and then you can go back to town to kind of like level up your character and like buy new gear and stuff. I'll release the video here on YouTube probably within hopefully the next couple of days, as soon as I have some time to edit it and everything like that. But it was so much fun. We ended up in essentially I guess the white scroll, if I'm not mistaken, like the white, what do you call it? Winter Scroll, and we played through the White Winter Scroll, which was, I mean, super cool and super fun for a bunch of like, you know, like low geared people to try and play through. It was, oh man, it was a blast. Oh yeah, ZJ, it was, oh man, it was so much fun. There was one, I guess, at 5 o'clock that I was able to end up going to, which was funny because I thought I was going to be able to go to the later one at 8 o'clock, but then we ended up having to leave for a little bit at 8 o'clock to go pick up my girlfriend's little guy, which got messed up anyways. So I'm glad I got to the earlier one because it was a blast. Keza was saying that apparently Keza was saying that both of them were going to be very similar. So if you got to go to one, it was very similar to the other one, but so much fun. Like, probably the most fun I've had on Ultima Online in quite a few years, like pretty much since I started playing Ultima, right? Because you got a bunch of people like running around trying to cross heal each other and stuff like that, trying to stop each other from dying as we're like, hacking down Ettins with like a butcher knife. ZJ, don't worry, bud. If anything too, like what I'd like to start doing is like, if anything, I mean, I don't know exactly like the details of how much work he has to put in himself to actually get it set up and everything. But I mean, if I could figure out a way to do something like that, I mean, I would like to run those myself, even like throughout the week or something like that too, just to give a wider range of people a chance to try out that type of game plan stuff. It was so much fun. And it was such a different way of playing too, right? Instead of just going out, and just crushing content out with, a Vank katana and, full-fledged plate armor or whatever. You actually had to fight your way up, use a little knife, and hope, like, it was so funny when, like, you'd get a group of warriors and stuff, and all of a sudden you'd find like one weapon and everyone gets so excited, right? But it would never fail. It was always like the wrong type. Like we always found macing weapons and everyone was like a swordsman or a fencer. So it ended up getting to the point where we were like, we'll trade this for this, and no one's willing to trade because no one wants to give up their one sword they found, right? Instead of the butcher knife they're using. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I mean, I realized too, like there's certain characters that would definitely like be like really good to take on them. Like any type of like a crafter warrior would be really cool and fun to take. What I think I'd like to take next time is maybe like a tailor with say like maybe macing or something like that. So then that way, as we're running through the dungeon, I can be like skinning animals and making my team like armor and stuff like that. And then like hopefully, they'd be protecting me that way, right? For sure. I started making a piece lumberjacker the naturalist way. Forgot what it was like. Like not steamrolling everything on my team. It's so true, right? Even that's what happened to me yesterday when I was making the new player video. I forgot what it was like reverting myself back to basic skills, but then not having like the young player status where nothing aggroes you. And it was, I mean, it's challenging, right? Especially too because at first we were doing it the naturalist way, like you said, without I wasn't like transferring over a whole bunch of money to my character. So we bought up some skills, completely forgot that I didn't have enough money for a mount. So here we are trying to run away from things when they're almost the same speed as us, right? It got pretty hairy at times. If you want to check it out, it's on YouTube, pretty much as how to start a character on UO Renaissance, if I'm not mistaken. It gets pretty entertaining at times. Yeah, it's really funny playing through even like the higher end content with a character that you're not used to playing on, right? Like the other day we did like a holiday scroll, and some of us brought characters that weren't our normal tamers and stuff like that, and it was just really weird. Like playing through the content and stuff. Like, well, yeah, actually, Ekers was one of the ones. He brought a Dexter, and it was, it was really funny, like seeing different characters out there other than just tamers too, right? Because that's actually the really cool thing about UOR. The instant dungeons, which you're like teleported into, which are like rare dungeons, usually through seasonal content, those are usually better run with a Dexter. They've been designed that way. So we ended up bringing, or Ekers ended up bringing a Dexter in, and it really shined, right? Like the Dexter was, keeping up with the Tamers, with most of the content. The Tamers obviously were able to just like soak up, all the damage and just tank it out. But he was keeping up in damage, no problem to us with, 2 dragons and a nightmare or whatever, right? It was really interesting to see. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a good point, actually. If you ever wanted to do a new player series like that, I'm sure Telemon GMs would put that character back in young for you. That's a really good point, actually, ZJ. I really should, like, maybe look into that and, like, message him for that, because I've wanted to make essentially like a series regarding like a true naturalist character, with no macroing, no help from my other characters, anything like. I mean, that one probably wouldn't really necessarily require the young status, because that one I'd probably almost just run out into the Britain forest myself and just start foraging. But if I do a series again, I probably should add the actual young content, because for an example, like I was trying to pick cotton from the cotton fields, and I couldn't even show you picking cotton and like that content. And then when I went into the dungeons, like I was saying, like I just got ransacked, right? You forget how packed the Oklo dungeon is if you're not like a young player, right? It was kind of funny. Running around as a vet in my mind, but a newbie in my game, right? That's a funny thing too, like even if you notice here, like this is my oldest account on this server, and it's 104 days, right? I really haven't been on this server for very long. 190. Let's go. Let's green it up. Let's green it up. But yeah, I just started on the server a little while ago, and even technically the 104 is even probably a little bit false, because before I actually like officially started playing on Ultima Online Renaissance, I kind of like was a nomad a little bit, just kind of hopping around from shard to shard, kind of figuring out where I wanted to land and stuff like that, and kind of camp out for a little while. So the 104 is a little bit false. It's probably closer to like what is 83 days is probably closer. Yeah, 83 days is probably closer to like my actual time on the server, because that would be roughly around the time Arwen was around the time that I had pretty much confirmed, like, okay, I'm establishing my tamer, like, I'm building a tamer, this is where I'm playing, right? So, but I really should message about the young player status just to show that portion of the content in the video and stuff like that. But at the same time too, Keza makes such good videos on like YouTube and stuff like that, I mean, in a lot of ways, I probably won't be able to keep up with the YouTube videos that they create. I'm just gonna do some live stream and stuff for the most part, right? And then if anyone has any questions or anything about, the map, on a live sense or anything, come talk to me, come ask me questions. I'm available on Discord, anything like that, right? Because also, too, I'm sure Keza is very, very busy at this point, too. I'm sure he's already got 1 million people messaging him, or, yeah, him. I've heard his voice in videos. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. I've heard the voice in videos. headless one. Get out of here. Get out of here. You shout ahead. No, this is such a nice community server. Like, even the PKs and stuff like that are generally friendly. Like, you know, friendly in terms of, you know, like, maturity level and stuff like that, right? They realize that if they kill you and stuff like that, like, it's better for them to kind of not res kill you right away again and stuff like that. Just let you get back into the action and everything like that, right? It's more action for them. It's more action for you. And the other part too is, like, I don't get the griefing mentality. Like, why would you want to push someone to the point of logging off? And then that's ruining your own fun too, right? Well, that's cool. Yeah, like, Outlands for me was one of those places where, like, I've brought up a couple of times, like, Outlands is a really good server, don't get me wrong, but for me, it was way too different. I've taken so many breaks in my Ultima Online, like, gameplay and stuff like that, that there's even old content that I still haven't played through, right? So for me, like, I wanted something to come back to where I felt comfortable. I knew, you know, how to build up a tamer, what to tame, how to play a tamer, stuff like that. Whereas Outlands was just so foreign a concept to me in the Ultima Online world that I didn't feel comfortable joining in. Plus, I had people joining up with me and stuff like that that hadn't played Ultima Online before, and I didn't feel comfortable trying to teach them that world while I was learning it at the same time. Whereas this is, you know, mac and cheese, right? I'm so comfortable in this world. And just have some fun, enjoy myself, make some money, and then, like I said, kind of help some other people enjoy the content too. Because I brought up a few times, this is like kind of one of those games where it's like a Minecraft type of game, right? Where you have to kind of get by, if you're a new player, like the graphical, you know, the graphical side of things, because the gameplay is so far superior to the graphics. And you're right, there are some really good people on UOR. Pretty much everyone I've met so far has been generally a stand-up person. I mean, obviously, there's the odd person that, you know, seems to have the internet ego, as we'll call it, right? You know, through being anonymous through online and stuff, they're just trying to, like, bully, but, you know, that's pretty few and far between. And even I think in a lot of cases, it's almost like a character they're playing in a lot of cases, because, you know, you talk to them in private messages or whatnot, and all of a sudden, like, they're almost like a different person, right? So, you know, whatever. It's all in good fun. It's the internet, right? What do you expect? Yeah, see, that's the other thing too, right? You bring up a really good point, ZJC. Like, Outlands to me seems like it would be like almost like it's almost touching on a point of like World of Warcraft, right? Where you're grinding gear, you know, in a lot of ways you're not viable unless you're playing X amount of hours a day potentially, you know, gaining new skills, gaining new aspects. I don't even know what that is, to be honest, bud. I've watched streamers and stuff, so I get an idea of what it is and everything. But yeah, like, there's a lot of commitment to it, right? Where this is very casual play, you know, very old school, but at the same time too, there is custom content for people that have played champs and stuff and Harrowers and all that kind of stuff and everything too, right? So, you know, it's a good mix. I like it. And I do know that I can walk away from these chests, but, I mean, it does so little damage that I don't even really worry about it in most cases. It's only a level 1, so... And that's the thing, too. Like, I've brought up a few times, like, UO Outlands would be really good for people that have been playing, like, Ultima Online, like, the entire time, and are getting bored of, like, Ultima, right? Like, bread and butter Ultima type of thing, right? They're looking for a new experience. You know, none of the MMOs are really what they're looking for, because other MMOs are just so different. at the core. So, you know, you're looking for a new Ultima Online experience, Outlands would be a really good option. But yeah, if you're looking for that bread and butter, you know, the PB&J type of thing, you know, I feel like UO Renaissance is probably where you're going to land. And I'm trying to like do little like tournaments and stuff like that myself, little like player run events myself, because as everyone knows who plays Ultima Online, everything is pretty much player driven, right? The world is player driven. So I've been slowly trying to like build up money and stuff like that and funds. Ooh, that's a good ID one. Slowly trying to build up funds and stuff like that, to be able to run different events, to be able to give different things away. I believe it was not this past week, but maybe the week previous. I had like a little thief competition where I had my character in town with a whole bunch of bags, and then in the bags were piles of gold hiding like treasure maps and checks and like all different things. So when you were in town, you would get the chance to be able to steal the piles of gold to reveal the checks, the treasure maps and stuff like that. And then throughout time, like I said, you'd have a chance at better prizes. I think I had one second back here. I think I had up to a level 5 map, which is worth like 20 to 22,000 gold on the server, and then I had some checks for around 5 to 10k a piece. So it was a pretty cool event. A lot of the thieves really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to watch and stuff like that. I don't think I can't remember if I streamed it and recorded it or if I just streamed it for the server on Discord. But if you search YouTube, I'm sure you'd probably be able to find it. But yeah, it was pretty neat. I hope to be able to do that one again too, because that was a lot of fun. And a lot of times too, like bank thieves get a lot of like slack and stuff like that. But whatever, you know, it's just another fun character type to play. Yeah, I'm gonna look into doing some of the custom content on URR. Haven't done any of it yet. Got to read up on how to get scrolls. Hey, by all means, ZJ, if you ever want. I mean, I noticed you're on our Discord and stuff like that now. And I have added you to like the Ultima Online, like ping section of our Discord. So now whenever we're doing like group content and stuff like that, hopefully you'll get pinged throughout like the Ultima Online ping. So by all means, you know, come along, join in. We did a holiday scroll just a couple nights ago. We did a champ just a couple nights ago as well. We were mad busy from the Leprechaun event, which was one of the seasonal custom content events. So by all means, join up whenever you want to, bud. The guild is pretty active, and that's the nice thing too, is we're finally getting big enough where like there's always generally people kind of active at different like times during the day, because it can be really hard, right? Trying to work around, you know, kids' schedules, work schedules, you know, just time schedules in terms of different time zones and stuff like that. So we're finally getting big enough now where like, you know, we've generally got people on at different times doing different things. And then kind of on the weekends, we all come together and try and take down some big group content, right? Oh yeah, no, that's what we were saying, Ekers, too. Well, that's the thing we were saying. Like essentially, like I had forgotten that, like how vast for one the Oklo dungeon is. Like there's virtually anything you'd want to kill as a new player down there, by searching for it, right? And the other part too is there is some good money to be had if you're kind of like wily. Like our trick was, as we were taking out the like the whole brigand camp or like the pirate camp, and the north what was it, the northwest end, and all I was doing was just casting Blade Spirit in, getting the pirates to aggro it, and then running out, right? And it was great money. We made 2,500 gold in a matter of like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that was on a brand new character with 55 magery, right? So I mean, it's not hard to make money and get yourself established if you know what you're doing in Ultima, right? And if you don't know what you're doing, join up on the Discord, you know, ask some questions. I'd be more than happy to take you out, show you what to do. I do little quick tutorial videos in terms of like how to tame dragons, stuff like that, because that's the other thing too. It can be a little bit different and weird to tame dragons on this server. So I do little tutorial videos on how to tame dragons, stuff like that, and whatever else anybody else wants, right? Yeah, well, it's Smaug, isn't it? Or Smaug? Smaug? Because it's not a regular dragon, right? It's yeah, it's just like it's not a regular drake. It's Smaug. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, the dungeon is so vast, right? There's virtually everything to do down there. I mean, it's really neat for a new player to search through and stuff like that, because that's one of the custom things you can actually play through too, is the Oklo dungeon before you even go out into the open world, right? They did a really good job with it. And also too, I don't know if you've had a chance. I don't know if you're a big PvPer, ZJ. I think you were saying you weren't really. But the new faction system is really well developed too on the server, in terms of the new bases, you know, the sigil stealing, and just the system itself in general. It's getting very well developed. And yeah, ZJ, we're like, I mean, like I was saying, like if you ever want to come for some group content and stuff like that, we're always looking for different templates and everything. I mean, we don't necessarily need you to be a tamer. In a lot of cases too, you know, we've got tamers covered in a lot of cases. We were finding too, especially when we were fighting near last time, we just kind of needed extra bodies, right? Even if we just had someone to cut the bones for us, it would have been a lot easier. So we're always looking for helpful people. And actually, it was kind of neat too. Someone was asking about us on the Discord, like on the Discord server as well, about like spiritually initiated and kind of like just what we stand for and everything like that. So hopefully we're getting some recognition and stuff, and you know, we'll get some people joining up and everything. I try not to like push recruits too much, in terms of, you know, open recruitment and stuff like that. If people seek us out and everything, that's cool, but I don't want to like ram it down people's throats. All right. We'll do a couple more level 1s, and then we'll probably get heading off for the day here. I gotta go hang out with the family for a little bit and let them know I'm still alive. I'm sorry it wasn't a really long stream today. I had some stuff I had to kind of take care of today and everything like that, so I just wanted to make sure I threw up something here and said hello to everyone on this wonderful of wonderful green days. I used to love PvP, but I was just a kid during the era of UO, so I didn't get into it then. I was once FCR came out, and then I was old enough to PvP, so I'm struggling getting used to PvPing with slow casting. And then you were out of mana after just... Oh, yeah, it's one of those things where you have to kind of manage, right? Like, even in a lot of cases, what people would usually suggest is, like, if you run, like, a Dexer at first, even just to, like, kind of, like, watch the mechanics of other people PvPing, watch the mechanics of, you know, like, you know, how people are kind of running on this server and everything. Because usually a Dexer is a little bit easier, right? Click, follow, bandage, right? For the most part. So in a lot of cases, people are always like saying, you know, start on a Dexer. But trust me, I get it. It's not as much fun playing a Dexter as a wizard, right? Everyone wants to be a wizard like Harry Potter. Everyone wants to be a wizard like Harry Potter. All right, 188 here. 188 here. Yeah, I would have gotten into some farming and stuff like that if I was playing for a little bit longer, but I knew I wasn't going to have too much time today. So I just wanted to do some quick philanthropy work and then do some quick treasure maps and stuff like that, right? Like I said, say hello. Make sure you guys all get your healing potions. That's the main thing, right? That's why everyone comes here, right? Getting your healing potions. No one cares about anything else. Everyone just wants the healing potions. It's okay. I get it. Don't worry. I'm spoiled, right? I got the whole alchemy lab behind me here, so I don't have to worry about getting my healing potion for the day. I just come out here in the morning time, take a couple sips, get healed up, and then I'm good for the day, right? Oh, and I apologize. Thank you so much, Utsab, for the like there. Always appreciate it. Have you played Ultima Online before yourself? It's a pretty fun game. I really enjoy it. If you haven't, check it out. Check it out. For anyone that wants to check it out, this is the information for the server. It is a free-to-play, free-to-download, no subscription fee type of game. You can play it on virtually any computer system that you may have at home. It can actually be played on tablets and on mobile devices, like phones. I don't know if it's available on Apple devices. I think it's only available on Android, but in any case, check it out, folks. It's a lot of fun. This is some of kind of the more slow, boring stuff that I'm doing here right now. There is some faster paced, like dungeon hunting, PvP content and stuff like that and everything to it. This was just more or less me, like I was saying. I'm kind of doing a macro in town here. Oh, I'm doing some philanthropy work in town here. So I'm kind of doing like dual screening here and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep an eye on both my screens here, so I'm not doing anything too active here. And by the way, if you are new to UOR and need a full spell book, come talk to me in town and I will give you one. Pretty much no questions asked, really. I don't care if you're new, if you're established. Come talk to me in town. I'll give you a spell book. Oh, Koala, thank you so much for the lurk. Always appreciate it. Hey, I'm a shrouded one too. Don't worry. And yeah, that's the thing. Coming back to the PvP point again, ZJ, I don't mind PvP, like group PvP and stuff like that. But I mean, like, I'm not like a diehard PvP guy. Like, I'm not good at it at all. I enjoy, you know, the group content and stuff like that. I enjoy running around, you know, having a good time with people and stuff. But for the most part, like, I'm not a sweat with it. I don't care if I die. I don't care if I get looted. It's just fun, right? For me, it's just for fun. I don't play any murderers or anything like that because I'm not very good at PvP. So I would die and always be in stat loss. But you will, moving forward, see some PvP content from me. I will get some characters into factions. I just more or less kind of have to find like a group to run with and stuff like that. Just because most people in my guild don't PvP. I think a lot of us are like going to slowly start getting into PvP. But I think it's one of those, like, we're waiting for someone to kind of like dive into the deep end first, and then everyone's just going to kind of follow, right? So by all means, if you are a viewer and you play on UOR and you are a PvPer, and you're looking for some people to fill out your ranks or whatnot, pretty much invite us. The members of SI aren't by any means going to be good PvPers, but we'll fill out your ranks and stuff like that. We are more than willing to have a good time and, you know, try, right? And that's what's usually, you know, all that matters. Oh, buddy, sick. You're on a break from school? How long are you on a break for? Oh, you just got your, like, 15, right? Like, your quick recess break for the morning, right? That's cool. So what are you learning in school today, bud? This is my nephew who's watching from YouTube, actually, everyone. So say hello to Cal. Short-time player, long-time viewer. No, he doesn't really play too much Ultima. He's a huge Roblox player and a huge Fortnite player, right? Because what kid isn't into Roblox and Fortnite? Oh, I completely forgot that I needed more Black Pearl when I was at the bank there. Oh well, we should be able to get through this, I think. Oh. But yeah, like I was saying, if anyone is an established PvPer on UOR, and you know, you're just looking for some more people to fill out your ranks and have some fun with and stuff like that, by all means, we would love to join up with you. The members of SI are not good PvPers, but we have a lot of fun. We'll keep you healed up, right? That's the main thing with the members of SI. We're all like support players and stuff like that. So all of us will keep you healed up. You can run the frontline DPS and we'll run the backline support, okay? That's what we should actually do. The members of SI should just like join the factions and just like make like a healing like guild. Like we just go around and just like heal up the other members of the factions. That'd be really funny, actually. I know there's a couple people that like play role-playing characters like that, but playing something like that in factions I think would be really funny and entertaining as well. Because even my character that I've made, like my PvP character, I don't know, I mean, I'll be totally honest, I'm so bad with PvP, I don't even know if it's really that viable. But I made a parry healing mage. So essentially I can just go around and just kite people around, right? I'll never kill anyone, but I'll also never die. And I went for kind of the opposite of like the scribe mage. I know everyone always makes scribe mages on UOR. And don't get me wrong, I know how viable they are and everything like that. I just wanted something a little bit different. So I went the parry route. So hopefully I can survive maybe an axe hit or two. Who knows though, right? Those axers are vicious. They are vicious. Lumberjackers? Oh boy. Alright, next song here. I need something a little bit more upbeat for the wind down here. Alright, let's get some treasure maps here, everyone. Oh, we gotta get rid of our demon here. Asmodeus. Alright. Well, it's pretty good, actually. We got some treasure maps done. I feel bad. Oh, nope, we're good. Okay. And then Haplo still has some left. Okay, cool. Alright, we're cruising. Okay. And just for point of reference for anyone wondering, you're allowed to have up to 3 accounts logged in at a time on this shard. A lot of the times I don't have all 3 of my accounts logged in. Well, I'll be honest, I do have them logged in a lot of times, but a lot of times they're not actively doing anything. They're just usually bank sitting and stuff like that, just in case people have questions and stuff like that. They can come talk to me in town and everything. A lot of the times I'll usually have stuff in my bags too that you can steal, so by all means, if you're a bank thief and want to steal from, you know, Haplo, Straith, Arwen is there sitting at the bank and, you know, just giving away free stuff to the thieves. Enjoy it. I'm awesome today, bud. How are you today? How is your schooling going today? Because today's the first day you're actually in e-learning today, right? For your school? So how is your e-learning going today, bud? Is your computer still running okay? Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, we're just doing some light treasure mapping in town here, bud. Kind of talking about the shard. We were talking about like getting established on the shard too, because that was a big question I've been getting a lot of. You know, how do you get established? How do you kind of make money? You know, what's a good starting template to start out with? And I always suggest people to start out with I always try and get people to start out with a like a Provo like mage or a Provo warrior to start out, because for one, they're very easy to run, and it's just a very viable template to play. You can take out virtually anything in the game. They're, like I said, they're cheap to run and they're very easy to make. So that's what I would always suggest people start out with, is some sort of a Provo mage or warrior. Obviously, it's up to you what you want to play, but they're easy to make, easy to play, easy to make money on. So do that. And even for people that don't maybe want to go with the bard route, you can always just do a straight mage. And even as we found out yesterday, like on Oklo Island, there's some places with non-casting creatures. Just cast a couple of blade spirits on them, take them down, and you'll be laughing in no time. We made what? On a brand new character with like no trained skills or anything like that, I think we made 3K in a matter of like, you know, like technically we made it over the course of the stream, but realistically, like that actual money making was probably concentrated to maybe like a 20 or 30 minute time period. All we were doing was running to different areas that had non-casting creatures to not dispel our blade spirits, and we were just casting blade spirit on things. Cast blade spirit on earth elementals, like the brigand camp up north on Oklo Island, anything like that, and you'll crush the content there. You'll make some quick money, and then you can start up a different character like a tamer, a crafter, whatever else you want to play, right? A PvP character. Because that's the other thing too, you want to make sure that you have some startup money before you start PvPing and stuff like that. Because PvPing doesn't really make you money, it only costs money. So you got to make sure you got a decent, you know, little nest egg going before you start PvPing most places, right? So that's a nice easy way to start your nest egg. And then even once you train up Provoke and stuff like that in town, and in the newbie dungeon, then you can really start taking down some big game, right? You can be taking down like, you know, dragons and stuff like that with Provoke and a couple blade spirits even, right? And Provoke can be trained up in the newbie dungeons. There is a fenced area where you can just run a macro provoking the what do you call it? You just provoke the troll onto the harpy and you're all set. Works really well. And then you can make a fun character like a treasure mapper like we have here. And even I always tell people too, like if they need say a what do you call it, a treasure map done for them or something like that, come see me or whatnot too, because in a lot of cases I'll just do a treasure map for you, give you the loot, pop the chest for you and run away, and you can just loot the chest yourself or whatever. But there is a lot of money to be made in treasure maps and stuff, so if you need some treasure maps done, I won't, like, no offense, I won't really do like the lower level ones for you. But yeah, if you need some treasure maps done or something, or you just want someone to help you do them because you have some saved up or something, let me know. I'll come out with you and stuff like that and do some treasure maps with you. I'm always looking for people to group up with and stuff like that and have some fun with. So, you know, if you want some maps done, come talk to me and I'll do some maps with you. A lot of times too, even if I am just running maps like this in the morning time, a lot of the times what I'll do is like I'll just invite people from town and stuff that want to do a map or whatnot and just drag them along with me. Depending on their template, you know, stuff like that, like I'll choose the different skill level of what we go do. But it's a lot of fun. So what classes do you have today, bud? Anything exciting? You got gym today? Gym's always my favorite in class or in school. It's always fun participating in gym. So what's everyone up to today? What is everyone up to today? Look at the theme, right? Look at the theme today. But with that, you also have to take your healing potion today, right? Just like any other day. Stay healed up, everyone. Stay healed up. Oh, and also too, just in case people want them, because I know some people, we were talking about creating new wizards today. We've been talking about witchcraft a lot today, and spell books and everything. So make sure you take your mana potion with you today as well, right? Take the mana potion with you. You run out of healing, you need to get mana back up. Take a sip of this, get your mana back up, right? And also too, everyone make sure you take the potion of evolution, okay? All of my viewers are amazingly awesome, but everyone can be, you know, just that like 5%, 10% more awesome. So by all means, take the potion of evolution and evolve to the next level, right? Enjoy it. Sip on it as you need it. That's a neat one, eh? I love that potion. That one's so super cool. And also too, folks, the luck and love potion, because I know people are probably eyeing the alchemy station in the back there, probably wondering what's going on back there, wondering what it's all about. I brew potions on the weekend, so take them with you, everyone. Take them with you. Oh, you got science. That's sweet. Science is always a good class. It's always a classic. I love science. As long as you have a good science teacher, right? Science is one of those ones where if you don't have like a good science teacher, it can kind of be lacking, right? But whatever. Whatever. But no, I was lucky enough in school to have good teachers. I think in a lot of cases, because a lot of the schools in Keswick and like in our local area and stuff like that, they were so new and the teachers were so like green. I hate to say it this way, but like they cared. They weren't broken yet. So it was really nice, actually. We had a lot of really good teachers in our area growing up and stuff like that. We were really lucky. So hopefully my nephew has a good science teacher and he enjoys the class. I hope anyways. Oh, science gym, just crushing it, eh? Gyme? What's a gyme? Oh, a gyme. Okay. Oh, we got our line of tamers here. We got our line of tamers coming in. I love it when people do that. Do like the big line. The bank sitting line. On that note here, though, we are going to have to head off for the day here, folks. Well, how much longer do you have, Colton? Are you still chilling for a bit? Oh, 10:25. All right, I'll stick around for a couple more. We'll do a couple more treasure maps here. Oh, what screen am I on here? Pop a level 2. Oh no, that's level 3. No, I don't want to pop a level 3. I don't have enough viable skills on this character to try and take out something without like just using a demon and blade spirit. So I'm just gonna pop a level 1 here and just cheat my way through things. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing more of like a hunting stream and stuff like that, some dungeon crawling and everything like that. So by all means, people, like, tune in tomorrow again and everything. The content tomorrow will probably be a little bit more upbeat and everything. Like I was saying, today I wanted to do some philanthropy work in town. I've got my characters in town here, spamming if anyone needs a free spell book to come talk to me. That's going to be open for the next little while, until I pretty much sign off and go back inside and everything. So if you do need a spell book and you play on Ultima Online Renaissance, come see me, come talk to me, and I'll drop you a free spell book, folks. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do something a little bit more chill today. Take it easy today, right? With everything going on today. Keyboard, chest, pop it out. This is a pretty catchy song, eh, everyone? I like this one. All right. I'm tier 95 in Fortnite. Holy crepes, bud. You were like tier, what, 84 the other day? You just played the whole day away yesterday? Must be nice. Must be nice to be the kid in the house. Don't worry, that used to be me. I used to be the gamer kid in the house. Ma! Get off the phone! I'm on the internet again! Yeah, bud. In our days, you couldn't use the phone in the house if someone was on the internet and vice versa. If I was using the internet and someone picked up the phone, because don't forget, we didn't have cell phones in those days. If someone picked up the phone while I was on the internet, disconnected. Disconnected. So that was a bit of pain in the butt. It was a bit of a pain in the butt. But. Yeah, it was brutal, bud. Just be thankful you didn't grow up in those times. Right? I think it's funny too, though, how people are, oh, kids today, all they do is play inside. I didn't play inside. Give me a break. If you had a PlayStation 5, you would have been inside 90% of the time too, bud. Don't give me that. If you could throw high-def grenades at enemies on your PlayStation 5, on your 65-inch TV, when you were 6 years old, don't sit on your throne and think that you wouldn't have, okay? Don't worry, you would have. It's always like hearing that one. We used to play outside. Yeah, because inside used to suck. The only thing there was to do was outside. All right. Oh, we got a small island one here. I hate these small island ones. Look at all these maps that... I like dropping my maps in town so then you can see that I've actually been doing treasure maps. All these maps here are all my treasure maps. All these ones over here, all the ones in town. I've been doing maps for the last little while. Drop and runs. All right, 166. I'm not very good at figuring out what book is what, like in terms of where I need to... Oh. In terms of where I need to click to get the right ruin book. Alrighty, come on. So what's the tier 100 skin this year, bud, or for this season, bud? Is it like the one with the bone mask, like almost the person that looks like the cave woman, with kind of like the pterodactyl skull on her head? Because if so, that's a pretty cool looking skin. I saw a couple people with that the other day. And that's the other thing too, right? Like kids still go outside. It's just, you know, they've got other things to do too. Sorry, 1 second here. I just have to... just have to go to the washroom here for a quick second. And I'm back. Hello again. Where did my demon go? Alright. Whatever. 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 Did he pop it? Oh, no I didn't. So what are you up to for the rest of today, bud? Anything exciting? We should play something later. Do you want to play some Save the World on Fortnite? Or do you want to play some Overwatch later, bud? Yeah, for anyone who is just tuning in, I'm a big Overwatch fan. So if anyone is an Overwatch fan and wants to play, join up on my Discord. I'm always looking for people to play Overwatch with. So if you ever want to play Overwatch, join up to the spiritually initiated community. Always looking for new people to play Overwatch with. And of course, me being heals on you, I'm a support player, right? So I am a support player. So if you need someone to heal you up, group up with me and I will heal you up. All right. Turn this back down a bit. All right. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was a lot of fun. I always have fun just casually doing treasure maps. It's not like it's crazy good money or anything like that, especially with the lobby maps that I'm doing all the time and stuff like that. But it's a lot of fun. If you start getting into the higher level maps and stuff like that, obviously the money is way better. Like it ramps up really quick how the money works. Because essentially, if you've never been a big treasure mapper, you get generally more money from the creature spawns from the chest itself than the treasure map. Essentially what you do is you have the chest. For each item or each pull that you have out of the chest, it has a chance to spawn a monster. If you sit there for a while and just like try and pull out small stacks of money or one item at a time, you'll have a lot of chances to spawn monsters, which in return will get you a lot of money. Especially on like a level 4 or above map, you can make some pretty decent money just by killing off the additional spawn. So make sure you, what's called, milk your chests. For anyone that's new to treasure mapping. And a lot of the times what I'll try and do is I'll try and do some of those in the future. Some content on that, just kind of explaining and showing the actual like process behind it and everything like that. I mean, we could play Battle Royale, but you always play Battle Royale. How about we play some Save the World for a change? Alrighty, bud. Well, have yourself a lovely day. Enjoy, and I will catch you a little bit later. I'll be around for most of the day and stuff like that today, here and there, so just message me whenever you get back on, bud. We'll catch up and play some games together. And as I was saying, for anyone else that wants to, you know, join up to Ultima Online Renaissance or anything, this is the information for the server. It is a free-to-play server, free to download. So by all means, come, have some fun, join up with us, enjoy the content. right? We're going to shut down our macros here. I think we've been spamming enough here at the bank for a little bit. We've given away, oh boy, we've probably given away at least 15, 20 spell books today. So I think we've probably given away enough spell books for the day too. We started with our packs being pretty much like filled up with spell books, because I was also giving away spell books before I started streaming as well. So we've been giving away spell books pretty much, well, the whole stream, and then for probably almost an hour beforehand. And it was a lot busier before I started streaming because I was actually paying attention and like asking people if they wanted spell books too, and just like going up and just giving them away to people. So we've been giving away a lot of spell books today. So feel good about myself now. I can feel well on the Ultima Online play that I at least got some newer players with some full spell books, because that's always a big thing to have to save up for and stuff like that when you first start on a server. So glad I got that out of the way for some people, and I'm glad hopefully everyone got to enjoy the content today. Hopefully I kept everyone entertained and healed up today, because of course that's what you're here for, right? Everyone's here for the healing potions, to stay healed up, to get healed up, all that good stuff, right? But on that note, everyone, I'm going to sign off for a little bit here. And, of course, if I don't see you, have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everyone. Enjoy. And on that, we will be raiding someone here. So by all means, if anyone has anyone they would like me to raid or whatnot, drop it in. I'm always open to suggestions, whatnot, in terms of who people would like to watch moving forward. Otherwise, I kind of just look through things. A lot of times, like if I'm playing Ultima, I'll raid another Ultima streamer or whatnot. Or if I've got a community member on or whatnot, I might raid them. But want to make sure we keep the love going, right? With all the raids all the way around and everything, right? Alrighty, and without further ado, I'm gonna raid. I think we're gonna raid another Ultima Online streamer here. Keep the love going in the Ultima world here. So, without further ado, we're gonna raid out here. Make sure they're kind of active and stuff like that too, right? Ooh, yeah, here you go. Looks like some pretty good content here. Okay, so we're gonna raid out here, everyone. Everyone, have yourselves a lovely day. You know, all the best, and enjoy. Stay healed up, stay manned up, and enjoy. Thank you for viewing today. Thank you for the chats today, everyone. For anyone that wants to follow, for anyone that wants to share the content, feel free. We love to have you here. It's been so much fun today, as always, everyone. Thank you so much, Utsab, for the like earlier today from Facebook there, and thank you, Cal, for watching from YouTube. Always appreciate it. And Twitch streamers or Twitch viewers, get ready, everyone, as we're gonna raid out another Ultima Online streamer here. All right, have fun, everyone. And for anyone not watching from Twitch, have yourselves a lovely day. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. Just have yourselves a lovely day, everyone. Enjoy. All the best. Much love, everyone.